My friends, I got some good stuff for you today. Get your pencils and get ready to write. I've got a special guest coming who's going to be talking about gender fluidity and gender neutral pronouns. You're going to want to you're going to want to hear this stuff. Anyway, to the news item from the Daily Wire. In Goodyear, Arizona, a 27-year-old female teacher has been arrested for alleged sexual misconduct with a 13-year-old student, according to KTVK. As the Arizona Republic reported, court records indicate that Brittany Zamora, a 6th grade teacher at Las Brisas Academy, allegedly performed oral sex on the young boy inside a school classroom and in her car. Zamora's lewd acts were discovered after a parent found text messages between Zamora and the student. Lisa Cutis of the Goodyear Police Department stated, "The text messages found are sexual in nature that allege an ongoing relationship between the two." She added, as a result of an app which alerted the parents to some keywords, they then checked the cell phone and discovered these text messages, unquote. My friends, my thoughts go back to grade school and my Spanish teacher, Miss Prospero. Now, let me be real clear. I had a crush on Miss Prospero. She had certain physical attributes that I very much admired, but, trying to imagine how my mother and father would have reacted. If the principal or the guidance counselor had called them and said, "Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Riell, I don't know how to tell you this, but your 13-year-old son, Howard, has been having a sexual relationship with a teacher," I suspect that my parents would not have been very happy, although my father might have high-fived me afterwards, but no. Let's be serious. It is statutory rape. It's illegal, and it's wrong, and it's more than that. It's indicative of where we are as a society. Forget about morals, forget about ethics, forget about right and wrong. In a society, we do whatever the hell we feel like doing because, hey, who are you to tell me not to? And that is the attitude that is killing our society. It's pulling it apart. It's dissolving it. Use any metaphor you want. It is crumbling before our eyes. And unless people like you and me, good, decent people, unless we take action and speak out against it, it's only going to continue. In fact, it will accelerate. And so here I am on Real Truth today. I, Howard Riell, saying that we need to get, as a society, we need to get back to morality. I know it makes people roll their eyes, but we need to get back to morality. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. More Real Truth and lots of good stuff. Gender fluidity on the menu today. Go nowhere.
This farm report brought to you by Nissan Titan. If you believe you have missing or stolen livestock, you should immediately file a report with law enforcement and your local brand inspector. Give as much detail as possible. Upon receiving the information, the Colorado Brand Board will distribute the report statewide and to surrounding states. For an inspector's contact list, go to the Colorado Department of Agriculture website. Take on the job in the all-new 2017 Nissan Titan. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little one at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228. Great Plains Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities of modest emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
All right, guys, let's begin with this. We were talking about the omnibus bill, the $1.3 trillion monstrosity that Donald Trump signed. I said it was a mistake for him to sign it. Most people have said that, but I've got a guy on YouTube here named Mason Weaver who believes it not only wasn't a mistake for Trump to sign this bill, it was brilliant. Let's hear what he has to say.
Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. Today is Saturday, March 25th, 2017. President just signed the Congress bill. And we got this clear out of our mind. There's many folks who are kind of working on Trump in the first place. But some of them hardcore Republicans right now are racist. Strange questions.
Well, my friends, let me stop there because we got a commercial break coming in less than a minute. I listened to Mr. Weaver's argument, and I will respectfully disagree with it. Yes, Donald Trump got some much-needed things in the bill. He absolutely did. But there are always some good things in a bill. The thing that Donald Trump promised when he was running for president is to get rid of the pork, get rid of the massive spending, and instead this bill has tons of pork. I delineated it for you yesterday. And it's the second most massive budget ever passed. And so while I recognize what Mason Weaver is saying, yes, there's good things in this bill, by and large, it's a defeat for Trump and for America. When we come back, my consigliere, Len Cavallaro, will join us to talk about gender fluidity. My friends, if I were you, I wouldn't miss it. We'll be right back.
Ladies, this is Danny Golden informing you that heart attack is different than heart attack in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden and extreme fatigue. But note.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
He's on the other line?
Beautiful. Thank you, Cody.
All righty, I'll put him live as soon as your music starts.
Okay.
Plain shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of confidence, thinking, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out by if your doctor pushes you off, that's a sign you need to see them. One will act you do what is necessary to get
power has 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities of modern emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
Folks, returning to Real Truth is my consigliere, Len Cavallaro, calling all the way from the People's Republic of Massachusetts. He's a former college professor here with us today to explain gender fluidity and gender-neutral pronouns because, you know, the last thing I ever want to be here on Real Truth is politically incorrect. Len, welcome back. What have you got for us?
Well, it's good to be back, Howard. Good to hear your voice over the airwaves as always. And
I appreciate that.
One minor correction. It's the People's Free and Revolutionary Republic of Massachusetts.
I stand correct.
Not to be confused with the other. Okay, I'm going to begin with a little bit of a history lesson because I'm a little long in the tooth these days. I hit the 3 score 10 and then some. I went to high school in the early 60s. And at that time, we were taught grammar. Can you imagine anything as obscene as that, Howard?
Why waste time with grammar?
Grammar. So we learned to conjugate verbs. For example, the verb to have. And I learned that I have and we have and you singular and you plural and they have. But he or she or it has. And by the way, in the same token, I learned these were third-person singular pronouns, so we also had words like everyone has, anyone has, everybody has. And then we got a very interesting structure. Everyone has a right to his opinion. That was the way I was taught in the early 60s, Howard.
Now came the civil rights movement and the feminist movement. The feminists in particular noted that there was an inference. Everyone has a right to his opinion means that women don't have a right to their opinion, or a woman doesn't have a right to her opinion.
Right.
So this was briefly corrected. Everyone has a right to his or her opinion. And then we discovered the silly little forward slash that was underneath the question marks on our typewriter, and we thought we could put it to use. Everyone has a right to his/her opinion, which, by the way, I still use to this day.
And I don't recommend that anyone slash her. Okay,
on the
cool.
Blue Howard, everyone suddenly had a right to their opinion.
Okay.
Which was the death knell for grammar. Now, that was all well and good, but fast forward. We now have a phenomenon known as gender fluidity, and we also have gender-neutral pronouns. What happened with gender fluidity, and please don't confuse this with the transgender procedures. If a person is born a male and decides that he wants to be a female, he can undergo all kinds of surgeries and reconstructions and hormonal treatment and effectively live life as a female in most respects. Okay. And similarly, a woman can become a man with a couple of strategic procedures, hormones, and whatnot. But some people, let us say a person is born a man, but he doesn't identify as a man. However, he doesn't really identify as a woman either. He identifies as some blend of the two, or, well, anyway, that person is said to be gender fluid. Okay, it's a gender identity that effectively means that one does not identify as either male or female. Now, would you call such a person, if he looked like you or me, would you call him a man? Well, genetically and physically he's a man, but then what pronoun would you use? So suppose I said to you that I'm gender fluid, which I assure your listeners I'm not. What pronoun would you use if you were talking about me?
I would probably say something like
So
he.
probably knowing you'd still use he, correct?
I would use he.
And you are politically incorrect.
Ouch! That hurts, Lynn.
Some people now have made a very large issue about this, that they wish to be free to identify in whatever manner they wish, including gender fluid, and as such, they are entitled to their own pronouns. Does this begin to make some sense?
It's not making any sense whatsoever.
So,
what kind of pronoun are we talking about?
Well, there are many of them, but let me start with the simplest. And the simplest one we encountered is a person who identifies as neither a male nor a female. He's not a hermaphrodite. This person, let's say, is a male. Suppose it's you or I. Declares, I don't identify as male, I don't identify as female. And from now on, when you address me, you will say they. They, singular, as opposed to they, plural. Well, that's where it began. And then we got more creative. For example, I'm going to give you some gender-neutral pronouns. And I assume you will be taking copious notes, and you will use these religiously on your program hereafter.
Nothing less than copious.
Knee, spelled N-E, as in knee left. I called Nim. Near eyes gleam. That thing over there that belongs to Nim, that's nerves. Knee likes Nemself. Do you get it? I mean, is this all working out?
I'm getting it. I'm learning. I'm picking this stuff up now.
Okay, now you have to understand that some people take this very seriously.
As do I.
V is another one. V, V is in victory, V. V last, I called ver. Viz, eyes gleam. Now, do you notice I called ver,
Z-E-R, which sounds a little bit like her, but His eyes gleam, which sounds a little bit like H-I-S. That's considerably more politically correct than me. So by going to the letter Z for victory, we have achieved a triumph for political correctness, and that should be your main objective.
That's why I'm on the air, Len.
The radio talk shows.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're on. So there's a book on the table that belongs to her, but that's his. You got it?
Got it. What else you got?
Okay. And V likes herself. Now you know the pronoun they, correct? They.
Yes. Yeah.
They, a group of people over there.
I've seen that word.
You
Yeah.
can take out the PH and you've got A. A laughed. I called M. Their eyes gleam. That is heirs because A likes himself. You're feeling better already.
Well, you know, liberals like me, we love to learn these things.
Oh, well, now, some of them get very tricky.
Okay.
You see, as a student of the language, and bear in mind, even though I'm no longer teaching college English, I am continuing to edit and write. So you get Z-E, sometimes also spelled Z-I-E. Z is in zebra, okay? Z-E could be pronounced Z, but it could also be pronounced G.
Okay, go on.
No. You see, because there's a difference, because the Z pronoun, okay?
Yeah.
Z laughed, but I called here, H-I-R.
Okay.
Whereas the G pronoun, G laughed, I called Gir. You got it?
I got it. We've only got about 6 minutes left.
Okay, well, I'm getting down the list here, Howard. There are great people here. For instance, there's another one that's spelled X-E, but there are disputes on how that's pronounced. That's sometimes pronounced she, and sometimes G, and sometimes Xi.
Okay.
But Xi laughed, I called Jim. Fear eyes gleam, because that is fears. And he likes themselves. They get some things. I recently learned about yet another one, key, K-E, key, rhymes with E. Now, wouldn't you guess instinctively that that would be more masculine?
You might think that, yes.
Okay, so if we're talking about key and I decide to call key on the telephone, I called, would you say Kim or Kerr?
I would say as little as possible at
It's
this point.
politically correct here, Howard.
I understand.
Okay? Kerr, K-E-R. Because you also have key, K-I. Pronounced exactly the same as key-E, but with that one you call Kier, and Kier's eyes gleam, because Kier likes himself, whereas he likes herself. Her likes herself too. You got it?
I got it. I'm thinking of a shack alone in the woods going forward.
Now we get, okay, the next one down this list is who.
Who?
As in, who, yeah.
You mean like,
It's you.
Who's on first?
No, Howard, listen, I'm going to correct you right now, okay?
Okay.
But I do want you to know that I am applying for the job as the commissioner of the Gender Neutral Baseball League. In fact, I'm actually the manager of one of their teams.
Oh, very nice.
Would you like to meet the guys on our squad? If you like, I will be very happy to introduce you. We got
Yeah, please.
Z on first, G on second. Who's on third?
Who's on third? Who's on third?
Right.
Well, you didn't answer the question. I need to know. Who's on third?
who's on third?
No, I don't know who's on third.
Who?
That's my question.
And that's my answer. Now, we have a designated batter as well as the 9 field players because most of our pitchers don't hit very well.
Okay, so who's the designated batter?
No. Who is on third? He's playing the field. And who? Self. For self. Got it?
Oh, he's a woman?
No. Who is who?
Who?
Right.
But she's a woman and plays third base?
No. Xi is on second.
Oh, you mean Xi like the president of China, President Xi?
No. Xi plays Xi's position. Xi's position is in the outfield.
Where in the outfield?
No. Where is one of the pitchers? Where doesn't bat for Ware's self, though, and usually Ko is Ware's designated hitter.
Ko?
Ko used to play the outfield, but is now mostly a designated hitter.
Okay, where did Ko play?
What? You're getting me mixed up here, don't you? Ko doesn't play the field. Ko bats for Ware. Ko doesn't play the field, but you could say that maybe Ware fields for Ko.
Where?
Right. Ware pitches, and Ware's fastball is truly amazing. In fact, the final word I want to tell you is Air should see it for Air self, Howard.
Is that like Air Jordan?
No, Air, A-Y-R. It's another one of the pronouns. I didn't have time to get to all of them.
Air's
It's a big game. We've got another team that's playing. They got quite a lineup, too. G's on first, Z's on second, and K's on third.
Okay. Now, with all that...
You had about as much political... Go ahead.
With all that fluidity, I'm surprised they don't pull a tarp over the field and call the game on account of rain.
Well, that has happened. But when it has happened, it's happened for very good reason.
Len, I want to thank you for joining us today. You have enlightened me beyond measure.
My pleasure, Howard, and keep on being politically correct.
All right, I shall attempt to. My friends, we'll be right back with more Real Truth.
We had no time to do anything.
Now, save ourselves. Now we're left with nothing. No food, no water, no shelter, no cutting.
I should have been more prepared.
It's late till it's late.
Prepared to escape. I was only 25. Prepared. Or with the time, prepared to escape. 303, 91, 91.
Ladies, this is Danny Golden informing you that heart attacks in women are different than heart attacks in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden and extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning, or squeezing in the chest, jaw, shoulder, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body, follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing to you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor, one who will actually do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children can stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
All right, my friends, I'll be very honest with you. I have never watched the Roseanne show, Roseanne Barf, but I'm told that it has been rebooted. It's back on the air. And the amazing part, according to what I'm reading, is that Roseanne Barf herself in the show is very pro-Trump, which kind of strains my credulity. Here's someone who never strains my credulity, Ann Coulter. my friends, that is the swamp right there. That is why America has been decaying and dissolving. Right there. Trump is doing a spectacular job, but the Republicans in Congress are swamp, with a few exceptions. They are the ones who are keeping America from fixing what's broken. They're ones who are keeping America from being great again.
That's insane. This is what he ran on. Exactly. I mean, look, all the things we love about Trump during the campaign, and then when he gets something done, he gets it done. And he wanted to build that bad person family. Where's that thing over there and building a bad person family? Wow, there were objections, the war was going to be ruined. He just went in like a bull in a china shop and got it all done. I mean, going back to the famous Robin Reed, he gets stuff done, and the fact that he acts like his hands are tied, and now after 4 years of this administration, he's thinking of other broken ground, and he just signed the board to start to tie his hands. And I say again, I got a little back right now.
All right, I'm going to stop there because we got a commercial coming up. She's right. The woman is right. It was a bad bill. He shouldn't have signed it. All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back, my friends. More real truth.
Riell Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities of modest emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design systems, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
1, 2, 5, or more degrees of supplement. Please stop. Simplify your supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. Women, children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioH.com. And now they just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with 4 of the most lubricant algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain helps with focus and with clarity and mood. If you increase blood count, the rest of the body is a no record. Bio Superfood has zero toxicity and is safe for you and your pet. Burn home and order your Bio Superfood formulas at BioH.com. Spelled BioH.com. BioH.com. Or call 877-288-9116. BioH.
Now, you know, I always like to see both sides of an issue. So let's see 3 sides of this issue. We had Mason Weaver saying that Trump was brilliant in signing the omnibus. We've had Ann Coulter say he made a mistake in signing it. Let's go back and hear from someone else who thinks that Trump pulled a fast one. Guy by the name of Rush Limbaugh.
The statement comes Friday, after mentioning that he might veto it. As we signed the bill before the 1 p.m. carrots in the diplomatic reception, what if I were to tell you that an hour is not a budget, and therefore does not contain the same
My friends, I've been saying for a long time, take the money for the wall out of the military budget. I can't believe it hasn't happened yet.
And some people think that because of that, Trump has much more latitude on how this money is actually spent than where it actually goes. One of the reasons there's so much money in the defense budget is that a lot of it is going to be used for things Trump could not get out of Congress to do. Any of it down yet. It's the very only time I can think that he got it down. I don't think he would do that. I don't think it's a publication. I think he's playing an airport. I think that he thought that the strength of the Democrats would be, what he got the American people and vote him out and things that were good.
My friends, if Donald Trump does what Rush Limbaugh is suggesting, if he takes the largest increase in military spending in history and uses $25 billion of it to build the wall, then I will apologize and say the man is a genius. And the man is a genius. So that may indeed be what he's planning. Only time will tell.
Don't misunderstand me here. I fully get and understand your sentiment here that Trump hasn't changed. This should not be considered Trump selling or giving up or what have you. I totally sympathetic. But I just took the occasion of your comments to try to ascertain the reasons for your thinking. So I'm glad you put it, because my interrogations are known sometimes to be brutal. If you're interested in a stronger, safer, more productive life for yourself and country, there's only one place you can go and support that has a chance of being an echo, and that's the White House with Donald Trump. I'm not even going to include the Republican leadership in the House and Senate. I cannot, in a blanket way, associate them with that agenda. Not totally. Some of them don't want Trump to succeed. Some of them don't want Trump to be elected. There's never Trump as something. I'm going to share with you a piece I found here in the following U.S. News and World Report. I didn't even know that U.S. News was still around. I don't think it is as a magazine, but it's there because I found something on a website claiming to be U.S. News. And the headline is "Putting a Wall in the Dark." The subhead: Congress is using budget shenanigans to funnel Pentagon money for President Trump's border war. And the writer here is Riell, opinion contributor. Now, this is dated back in July of 2017. It's not about this deal last Friday, July of 2017, but I came across this, and it sounds eerily similar. I'm not listening to this, but I just want to share. They're running this week's column as a deep dive into the inner workings of the House of Representatives. When you check that mark over, goodness knows what it's got. In this case, it reveals some unsavory shenanigans. The federal money that President Trump's proposed border wall.
Now, my friends, if this is true, these shenanigans are anything but unsavory. They may just be the saving grace. They may be the saving of the United States of America. Well, here's what makes sense to me. Whatever budget it comes out of, America will lay out the $25 billion to build the wall, but Mexico will. Through trade deals, through reversing this budget crunch that we have, this losing proposition we have with Mexico, the shortfalls. Mexico will ultimately, even if they're not aware of it, pay for the wall.
On the President's budget request for fiscal year 2018.
Why should the Pentagon pay for the border wall? Well, it's easy. Because we are at war. We're at war with terrorists who are coming over that border. We're at war with drug cartels who are bringing massive amounts of drugs over that border, which end up in your kids' bodies. We're at war with drug traffickers who are coming across that border illegally, and we're at war with illegal aliens. We're fighting a war on the southern border. Now, if the war on terrorism isn't exactly just like war has been for the past thousands of years, then maybe this is a third variety of war. But make no mistake about it, my friends. We are at war. And money spent on that wall is a national defense expenditure. Let's go to a commercial, and we'll wrap things up, my friends. More real truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Cope, founder of the Green Earth.
How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices of the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Tiffany Street, using the highest quality herbs that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit. Just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
TLR Associates of Bolton wants you to remember your life began at conception, and so does the life of every yet to be born person. Baby and mother both lose with 1 in 3 women both things that choose abortion. Former abortion doctor Nathan said people do not understand that there are thousands of serious physical complications from abortion every year in this country. Abortion crises, severe depression, stress, anxiety disorders, sleep disturbance, suicide, violent behavior, sterility, increased risk of miscarriage, and liver complications. International Journal of Epidemiology reported abortion increased breast cancer risk by 90%. Every helpless baby has the right to life, too. This life-giving message is brought to you by TLR Associates of Boulder, providing a job well done for your homeowner business with pine, stucco, stone, and brick. Call TLR Associates of Boulder, 303-921-3310. TLR Medallion branded stucco protection serves the Boulder and northern Colorado area. Check.
All right, guys, you know what? We got 4 minutes left. Let's spend them listening to a little bit more of Rush Limbaugh's peroration. My friends, the bottom line is this. Is Trump smart enough and shrewd enough to get this wall built despite Democrats and rhinos? Well, the answer is yes, he is. Is that what he's doing? I sure hope so, because we need to safeguard our country and our people. Like I said, time will tell, but if there is any president in recent memory shrewd enough, sharp enough to pull this off, it's Trump. Well, here's hoping. I'll be back tomorrow with more real truth, my friends. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay angry.